Well, so I was so excited I pressed the finish button before I even got started. So let's see if anybody pops on here. Hi, Lori. Hi, Joeva. This is a good one. I feel like my heart is gonna explode. So I just had to share with you guys. It was too intense not to. So I wanted to talk about leap of faith. But first I want to invite a few more people to the video. So bear with me, you guys. How are you, Lori? How are you, Joeva? Can you guys feel my excitement? Okay, I'm almost there. I promise. Micah, you made it! Yay! Driva says, doing pretty good today. Huge awakening today about manifesting in angels. I want to hear! That's amazing. And Lori's so good. See, retrograde is not a bad thing. So, a couple more people and then I promise I'm done. Gee. I'm trying to be graceful here, but it's not working. So I have a good story for you. I think I'm just going to call it quits because this is not working. Maybe retrograde is happening a little bit because I canceled my first video. All right, so had a little bit of caffeine too, so I'm a little buzzy. But it's mostly my heart chakra. So we all know that I started at Indigenous Winery here in Kelowna, BC. It is my first, oh, my contacts drive me nuts. It is my first extremely fine dining cooking gig in 13 years. Every day I go in, I'm learning something new every day. I feel like I did in the beginning of my career because I'm learning techniques and things that I never had the opportunity to do in the first place. So, I mean, it's not a big story, but like my base of this story is, are you willing to take the leap of faith? Because originally, my first day at this job, I went in and I hadn't been cooking for about a year. I had to take some time off. I mentally and physically were worn out. I had a bit of a nervous breakdown, and then my mother passed away, and I moved, and I was restarting my whole entire journey, and it was meant to be. It was meant to lead me to this spiritual path. So I'm grateful that everything happened. But I needed to take time out of my career because it got to a point where I was working myself till I had nothing left. My cup was never even a quarter of the way full. You know, I was just doing my best, and I was in an environment where people belittled you and people were negative, and the stress was really high and strong. And I got to a point where I was like, is this a life I want to live anymore? Like, there has to be more out there for me. So I decided to take a year off and really contemplate my passion. And I am meant to teach people, and I am meant to be a healer. That is meant to be. But I was given a passion for cooking for a reason, and I know now that I wasn't meant to leave cooking. I think it'll always be a part of my life. So fast forward after about a year of being out of the cooking industry, I see this ad randomly when I was looking for another job after my cleaning gig, and it was called Red Fox Club, and it was part of the Indigenous winery. And I thought, you know what, it might be really neat to do some native food. You know, I am Native American, and it would be really, nice maybe. So I applied and I aimed high and I went for the highest position possible. Maybe not the best idea, but it's fine. That's what you got to do in this career. So I go in for my trial day, and I walk in and she gives me a tour, and she's really nice. I get a jacket on, and so she's like, here's all the different coolers, here's the freezer, here's where all our produce is, here's the cheese fridge, here's where all the utensils are. And then I'm like, oh, that was really nice of her. Oh my God, I am really stuck on there. So she's showing me around, and then she comes up to the counter and she says, so we're going to do a black box challenge. And I was like, oh. I've only had to do that once ever in my career. So I wasn't prepared for that. I went into this very unprepared. So she says, you have duck breast, you have mushrooms, you have, what else was it? Pearl barley, jalapenos, quince paste, yarrow powder, and hazelnuts. And you have an hour and 10 minutes to give me two plated entrees. Oh, and yeah, I said duck breast. So I was like, okay. And I went downstairs and I ran to my phone and I was going to look up some duck recipes. And then I decided not to. I was like, no, I know what I'm doing. And I went upstairs and I was like, but I don't know what I'm doing with jalapenos and all that stuff together. So, long story short, I did my very, very best. And I obviously was feeling very insecure because it'd been such a long time, and I wasn't prepared for just the status of cooking that would be there, like just how amazing the food is and just how out of my element it was. So it was a really, really hard day on me. So she was really nice to me. She said all the things that she liked about my dish, and then she kind of went through the things that I could have done better. I've never had somebody be so kind to me when giving me criticism. It was still, a little humiliating because I'm proud. I did well. So I'm already off to a rough start at the beginning of the day, and I still have, 7 hours to go. And the sous chef is younger than me, and she's more accomplished. She's been all over Europe. She's been all over the world cooking. And my questions, she keeps giving me these looks like I'm stupid. And I was like, here we go. This is exactly why I didn't want to do this anymore. This is exactly why I'm, not... This is why. I'm not meant to do this. And I went home and I cried my eyes out. And, Tracy and Serena really challenged me. They said, do you really think that God led you to that job after this long of not cooking just to tell you, just to do that to you and have you walk away and be sure that you're not meant to cook? Do you really think that? And I knew right away. I was like, no. But this means a leap of faith, right? It had to be a leap of faith because at that moment, I couldn't see that I could do that. I couldn't see that this was something that was going to be a part of my true calling of my healing ranch. I couldn't see all of these things because I had so much fear and insecurities and lower vibrations in the way, which is fine. I'm human. That happens. We are allowed to have human interactions. We shouldn't be petrified of negative emotions because sometimes they happen and we just need to have grace and move through them and be human. So I move through it. I take the leap of faith and fast forward to the last week of my life. And I just have to say, like, my heart is, I don't know if you can feel it. Lori, you can probably feel it. I feel like definitely Lori can feel it. I just feel like I started the magic. I'm on day 3 of the magic, which automatically puts you in this amazing, amazing state. I'm already feeling like my heart space is really full. I cried today out of gratitude because I'm going to cry again. I feel like I'm all watery-eyed. Had I have not taken that leap of faith, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be learning the stuff that I am. Oh God, my eyes are all watery. And my life would be different. I would be cleaning. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Okay, let's take that down a notch. I would be cleaning. I wouldn't be learning all this amazing stuff. And it's all because of a leap of faith, right? And my message is sometimes even a leap of faith feels awful. It feels scary. It feels like you have no idea how this is going to work out, but I just had I just had faith. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel that God would give me that intuition to apply to a job that I probably would have never done like 6 months prior. And moving through fear and, doing this job. Like today, she literally took an hour and a half out of her time to teach me meringues because I really need to learn on it. Like learn how to not fail at over whipping meringues. So, and I found myself sitting there and she gave me this big spiel at the, you took a, yes! Yay, Joeva, good. It's good. Leap of faith are always good. Like my heart is seriously going to explode when I just read that. So she teaches me one-on-one, literally like I'm in culinary school. And at the end of it, she basically looks at me and she says, I love teaching and I love this whole process and you're such a hard worker and basically tell me what it is you want in your life and I will get you there. I will get you to owning your own place. I will get you to Michelin star places, to that kind of cooking. I'll get you recognized. I will get you in competitions. I will get you just happy if that's what you want. She's like anything. Oh, today's theme is leap of faith. I love that. You took a leap of faith today in web design. Is that out of your comfort zone? Like you decided to do that? So she's telling me all of this stuff and of course I kept it together in front of her. I think she could feel that I was really like happy and just overwhelmed. And my whole drive home, all I could think, and they were definitely like telling me I needed to share this. Not because I want to talk about myself, but because I think that it's important to, send the message that leaps of faith, sometimes can be terrifying. I honestly, like Rosie's on here. It's Rosie's birthday too, by the way. Rosanna R. It's her birthday. But she is my best friend, and she called me because that's what we do. And I bawled and bawled and bawled, like literally bawled, because I just felt like I quit my job on a leap of faith. I didn't have another job lined up, which is completely out of my comfort zone, but I knew that God was leading me somewhere, and I just did it. And I knew that it wasn't crazy, but my ego wants to tell me that it's crazy to do that. And I'm telling you guys that it's not crazy. It's not crazy to know deep down that you're supported, because if you go into something feeling like, I'm going to do this because I'm supported, but my actions and my energy is otherwise, what do you think the experience is going to be for you? It's 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 going to be negative, because you're already stopping yourself. Like, you have to have faith. You literally have to believe in it. Like, you don't have to know how it's going to turn out. And I took this job, and I've never been so full of passion. I've never had the opportunity to cook in a kitchen where somebody's criticism is nothing but positive and like constructive, and to make me a better person and a better chef and just plain better at my job. I've never in 13 years ever had that opportunity, and my whole ride home I was like, had I not taken that leap of faith, I would be still on the right path, just a different path, maybe a longer path. And, I'm so grateful to share that with you guys, because it sounds like there's a lot of us taking these leaps of faith. Yes, huge. What did you say, Christy? Yes. So Christy's taking a leap of faith. Joeva just took a leap of faith. I think Lori's, doing something like that. Not many have that kind of experience. You have so many amazing, Rosie says, so you have so many amazing things in store for you, and I'm so excited to get to witness all these amazing things and all the fantastic growth for you from the front row. Thank you. I mean, it's like my heart is honestly going to explode today, and I know I keep going on, but it was a huge leap for you. Well, rejoice, Christy. Rejoice, because being brave and taking that faith is like a faith fall with the angels and with God. And what do you think they're going to do? They're going to swoop in, they're going to have you. It's not always, kittens and roses. I've had some moments where I felt insecure and scared and worried, but I realized today they corrected me in my mind, because I kept thinking, if I do, you know what I mean? Like that. I was scared all the time, and she kind of talked to me about anxiety today, because she's the same way, so she recognizes it in me. And she's like, you just, you're just scared all the time. And it's true. I was scared. I still am fighting it, that come my 3 months, she might not want me to stay because I'm not good enough. Well, what do you think that's going to do? That thinking and that creating that experience in my mind, like, I'm literally creating a bad 3 months. So I actually could feel myself buzzing, and I could feel the angels being like, you know better than that. You know better than that. I am a hard worker, and I rarely make mistakes twice, and I know that I can do this. And same with you, Christy. Things are going to unfold now, because you're basically giving up your control, which is terrifying, especially if you're used to being in control of everything, but really freeing once you can do it. And that's when the magic really starts unfolding, because you're basically giving it to God to work magic bigger than you could yourself. So it's really, really an exciting experience, and I'm really excited to be able to share this with you guys, because I feel like leap of faith is probably the biggest thing I've had to do this far in the spiritual journey, and it's so fulfilling. It's like literally last night we got to do a table. These people come in, and they bring us they pick all their crab apples and they bring them in, and Andrea, who's my chef, um, gives them a really fine, like, 5-course meal, in exchange for as many crab apples as we can process. So we got to play last night and we did some amazing dishes, and I just, like, she was excited and I was excited and so much fun, and I've never had that other than cooking school, and it's so gonna work out. Joeva says, yes, Lori, I'm learning to trust the universe more, especially after today. Good. Good, Joeva. That's so important. It's so important to send the energy out that you do trust it, because you can't say that you want to manifest things and that you don't trust the process, right? What's the point of fighting all of this, of reprogramming your ego, of doing all of it if you're just going to continue in that fear, right? And it's so much easier to just say it, but I honestly can say that it's like after the first week of being there, I could see that she's cooking holistic foods like yarrow. Yarrow is like a holistic ingredient. We have elderberry everything, because elderberries, are local and foraged, and they're a Native American thing here in the Okanagan, BC. And as a healer, knowing that it's like a miracle berry basically, and I'm learning how to cook with it in such a fancy way that it goes along with my ranch. Like, I'll be able to not only heal people with my cooking, but make them in awe of the creativity and that energy that goes out when you're being creative like that, and you get to sit back and you get to really be in that energy flow. Like, it's just all around amazing. I'm very, very excited, and I really excited for you guys to take this journey with me so that I can share that. Lori says, and she sees something in you. I miss. My favorite sweatshirt says no fear, and I've been wearing it at night for the last couple days. Yay! No fear. I literally had to tell myself the universe supports me. What did I say? The universe supports my dreams and desires. I have all of them. I have the universe supports my dreams and desires. My dreams and desires are manifesting with ease. Where's the other universe one? I have 100% faith and trust in the universe. They're written on my wall. I have 100% trust and faith in the universe. And the universe fully supports me. I said it over and over and over again. I am fully supported by the universe. The universe supports my dreams and desires. I am fully supported by the universe. I said it 1,000 times a day. I'm not even kidding. This is so wonderful. She sounds like an amazing life teacher for you. Very much so. This is like once in a lifetime, and I honestly am so in awe of the black and white difference. For like Rosie's on here, she can tell you how hard I cried and how depressed I was and how I was just so confused. Like, why lead me to this place and then have it be such a negative experience? My ego was dying. My ego died a little that day. Like, she graded my dish a 4 out of 10. That's bad. It's still, I didn't fail, and I have a lot of positive things to say about it, so I don't look at it negatively. It was scary, and after that day, having to put on a jacket and go upstairs and be like, here we go. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna be amazing at it, and I know that I can do this. And it's exactly the same contents of anything in your life. You know what I mean? Like, you take that leap and you tell yourself 1,000 times, it's not just about culinary, it's about the story behind it. Taking this leap is one of the biggest things to opening up to the manifesting and allowing. Like, Randina is a big teacher in that. Like, let it go and allow it, because who's better at orchestrating magic than God? You know, we're not the ones in control. When we control it, we slow things down, I think is the biggest process that I learned. So I'm not going to continue rambling because I'm supposed to be talking to Rosie. I just felt way too inspired not to share my excitement with you. I'll post some of the cool dishes that we did for the fine dining the other night. And I just, if you haven't done daily gratitude, you really need to do it. I feel night and day again. I feel very connected again. I feel my heart space so strongly that I almost feel like it's gonna burst, which is a really, really amazing thing. And to be crying out of gratitude is the ultimate and strongest thing that you want your energy. It's the highest vibration. And it's something that if you're not doing it, then you need to be doing it. Gratitude is honestly the key to manifesting. When you can open up your heart space like that and cry out of joy and happiness, that's going to bring you more of that kind of stuff. So keep going. Take your leap of faith because it's not just for nothing. You're never not supported. You're never going to fail because no matter what happens, even if it's, you know, not what you were hoping for, you're going to end up on a path that is so meant to be. Rosanna said it was one of those moments, the ones that you have to look at from a new angle because you will walk away a different person than when you started. Yes. Yes. And she said, daily gratitude has been amazing for me too. So many things have changed for me and in you, right? Like drastically. I feel like a completely like 180 person. And it's night and day. When I don't do my gratitude for a while, I fall right back into those negative programmings because they are so powerful. I don't think that they ever just fall away and that's it. So keep going. Keep doing it. My motto is you never fail as long as you tried. And keep moving forward. If you're moving forward, there is no fail. Period. It's just different opportunities. If it's never negative. Like had I have gotten fired after the first week, well, I tried and now I'm getting reprogrammed to another path that I was more meant to be. Plain and simple. It's not always fun. You know, our ego really likes to play games and be like, it's the end of the world. You did bad on your black box. Ah. Like, I was so heartbroken. And my ego was so bruised. Oh, I really had to talk myself into going in again. I was like, yep, I got this. Yep, I can do this. Yep. I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I could do it. And, you know, after today, she's such a patient and kind person. And I got to stop thinking that the other shoe's going to drop because it's, an abused person's point of view and it's not healthy. It's not good. I need to release it. So I'm letting you all know because it's good for me and I'm going to quit rambling because I just think I enjoy hanging out with you guys. So I do these videos, but I hope my message was good. And Joeva, I'm so excited to hear more about your leap of faith. And the same with Christy Perkins. I'm really, really excited to hear about that. If you guys, are feeling motivated or brave enough, we would love to have you come do a little live and let us know about your leap of faith, please. I think that it's, such a motivating thing for other people to see other people doing their leaps of faith. Jennifer Robbins, so what did you make with your black box? So I seared off the duck breast. I cooked it medium, which was too far for a winery. I made pearl barley risotto with mushrooms and yarrow powder. And I put a little bit of yarrow powder on the duck as well. And then I made a quincy paste sauce with red wine and jalapenos in it, so the sweet and the spicy. I was on to something there. I just didn't take it far enough. Oh, and then I put some vegetables on the side, and I didn't put the hazelnuts in because I didn't know if I put them in the pearl risotto, would it be, it was one of those things, was either going to be really amazing texture or awful. And I chose not to do it, and I'm surprised that she was okay with that. She was not happy with it. I'll probably go live tomorrow evening. Joiva, that's amazing. So I'll be at work, but I would love, love, love to watch your video, and I will make sure to post and say that I'm watching the replay. Just look at your mentor's feet and realize they're both on the ground. Yes. When hiring my new employees this season, I cakes and high vibrating people to work with me. I called in high vibrating. Good for you. Good for you. And you are a very good judge of energy, so trust that. Sounds so beautiful. It had the potential to be a very killer dish. I just let the risotto sit a little bit so it got a little gummy. I cut my duck not in the proper way. So it was a little more chewy than it even would have been if I cut it properly. And I overcooked it, but these are all learning things, and she knows that I take this very seriously. So, I went over it in my head probably about 1,000 times, so she knows that. You're awesome. Keep going, girl. You're doing amazing. And Jen, keep me posted on all your new exciting endeavors. It's really, I'm really excited for you. I'm really excited for everybody. And I really appreciate you guys watching my video. I'm rambling now though. So I'm going to go. I hope you guys all have a really, really great night. And I really hope that if you're ever feeling inspired to share anything, it doesn't have to be about your leap of faith. If it's you're feeling like you have something to share that might resonate with other people, please share it. It's important for other people to hear it, and we would love to start getting to know you in here. So it's a safe space. Feel free to offer up your gifts. Feel free to just, talk about your gifts. Feel free to just talk about where you are in your life. Like let's open up, because the more we do that, the more we learn. So have a good night. I love you all, and I'm just going to continue in this heart space and go talk to the birthday girl. Bye.